Well, Xero, it's accounting software to do your to-dos. Simplify everyday business tasks.
I guess I have nothing bad to say about Zero because they've exceeded my expectations in a lot of ways.
Why don't we talk about why did you start using Xero?
So I've put together a list of 7 reasons why I use Zero. And I think these are the reasons we should talk about. They have a level of service for partners that's superior to any other GL product. And what I mean is they care about the partner, they care about the user and the accounting firm.
They're focused on the advisor, and the other ones, they don't want an advisor. You're the middleman. But what Xero realizes, and having your advisor to your books or your taxes is so important for you to succeed. And they did some study that said if you have an advisor, you're like 5 times more likely to stay in business compared to if you don't have an advisor.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the main reason for us at the very beginning why we like Xero and why we still recommend them and use them today.
They give us 2 layers of people that we have access to, direct access to, a partner consultant and sales rep, and they can connect you with anybody you need there. The partner program, the incentives that they have, you can get reimbursed for co-branded marketing. Like that was unheard of when I found out about that. Now I take it for granted. I don't even use the $2,000 reimbursement, but they have that. They have the discounts on their subscriptions for partners. Xero's been very consistent about what they offer and the different versions. They have special partner versions designed only for partners, and that's different. That's
well,
unique.
and I think their other main thing for me is that they also have their open API. Their platform is designed to work with other software, where the other GLs, they don't really care about that. They want to, if you're going with them, you're trying to do everything inside them, payroll, bill payments, all this stuff, and none of them really work very well because they just buy people and never update the product. Whereas Xero tries to focus on what they're good at, which is the main general ledger, and then let other people focus on what they're good at. So you use Gusto for payroll and Bill.com for bill payments and TaxJar or Avalara for sales tax filings and
Relay,
use
Practice
them all.
Ignition.
So that's what I also really love about them.
So Xero plays nice with others, right? And it's designed to be part of a bigger ecosystem for your firm, and not the be all end all of everything, and then close door and close things off to others. Yeah.
So that's enough reason to use Xero. So why don't you go to Xero.com, sign up as a partner. So if you go to the top, it says for accounts and bookkeepers, you sign yourself up as a partner. You get free version of Xero for your firm.
The next one is customization with reports. I think some people like that. I like my reports just to be delivered to me, and they do have templates, but and different things you can use for your firm. But what I like is a lot of their new reporting comparison tools as well, and different industry niches or verticals. They have specialized reports for those. Also, a global chart of accounts for us and standardization across our clients is huge. We can have one chart of accounts for our firm, and every client has that, and we just import that in, and everyone is consistent, and then it standardizes the reports
Build
as well.
efficiencies, so you can spend more time with your clients and less time coding transactions.
Oh, and speaking of coding, they have cash coding and find and recode. Those are 2 unique features that helped us in the beginning handle some bulk write-up work. You know, we were able to be consistent and standardize across an entire year of books within like a couple hours.
They've made bulk coding very easy. Like that's what they've been very good at from the beginning. And for those of you that have a lot of write-up clients where they used to hand you bank statements, they're like, do my tax return. Well, you basically load their bank statements into Xero and code it. It saves you so much time instead of doing that on Excel or however the hell you were doing it before that.
Yeah. They have the analytics there too. There's a new analytics cash flow and dashboard now, and a snapshot to see things at a glance. I just found out about this last month or a couple months ago. I didn't even know we had it, and I love it. Like this is something new. This was exciting to me.
And they're constantly improving the product. You know, there's new features coming out all the time, and a big thing is it's intuitive for your clients to learn. So it's a lot harder to mess up a Xero file than it is to mess up a QuickBooks file, for instance. Like, you can really screw up a QuickBooks file.
QuickBooks is, we're going to go there. QuickBooks is abuser friendly. It's too user friendly.
I love that abuser friendly. So,
yeah.
I've never met a client who has switched from QuickBooks that wants to go back to QuickBooks after using Xero.
Never. The biggest downside sometimes is they've never heard of it, so they have their own preconceived notions on what it would be because they've never heard of it. But once they start learning more, they realize, wow, like there's other ways to do this, and this could actually be clean and easy. I just thought I'd be resigned to put up with that stuff. There's a lot of little things in Xero that make it beautiful. They say beautiful accounting software, and I've used that term just to describe Xero because it's simple, it's clean, and also I love the color blue. I've got an affinity for the color blue. Beautiful technology. If you heard somebody describe technology as beautiful, what do you think of that?
I think user-friendly. Beauty to me means user-friendly. Like, when people say beautiful, like easy to use, like it's intuitive on the screen. You know how to.
No pun intended. Intuitive.
Exactly.
I know. I use intuitive to describe Xero all the time. Yet QuickBooks is Intuit, and it's the opposite of intuitive. That's interesting. Yeah. So, and beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So whatever your vision of beauty is, I feel like Xero can fit into that because they're so clean and simple that it makes them more versatile. It's just a feeling. It's like an art. We just had Ron Baker on, and we were talking about the art of business. And I think Xero has the art of GL, the art of accounting.
The art of accounting.
Little things that do make it great, though. Xero's bank recs are different.
Yes, so the biggest thing with Xero is you can't journal cash.
Exactly. Accountants don't like that, though. A lot of accountants would like to journal.
That's because accountants love journal entries, and journal entries, that's the plague of accountancy. If you can't...
The plague of accountancy.
Because doing a journal entry means you're not fixing the problem. Now, you have to do some journal entries, like depreciation and other things that have to have journal entries, but if you're just journal entering cash to make it balance, you're not solving a problem, you're creating a problem down the road. So I'm 100% with Xero. I never liked journal entering cash in QuickBooks, and Xero never changed that.
I grew up in a house that banned QuickBooks to a large degree because of that.
I love it. I'm glad you grew up in a house. That's great.
I grew up in a house, yeah. I grew up in a house made of sand. Like I don't know.
I thought you were going to say made of a GL, like a GL house. Everything you did, you had a
I like where that's
entry.
Going. I like.
So when you took a right step, there was a left step too.
Ooh, so
when you opened one door closed.
Yes, so that's a good metaphor to drive away with Xero. Like, if you make a decision in Xero, it does have to have an equal, like every reaction has an equal reaction. What's the phrase there? Like, again, everything you do is based on what you should do in a GL. That's one of
Newton's laws of physics. But
Newton's law of Xero is you have to, like, you can't just make shit up like you can in QuickBooks. You can just kind of decide what you're gonna do in there and throw $1,005 just to clear this account, like, and just stuff it in equity, stuff it in retained earnings.
And I find it a lot easier to fix, like, at the end of the year when your clients give you stuff. Like, if the QuickBooks is messed up, it takes a while to figure out what went wrong. Like Xero, you can kind of figure out pretty quickly
there's controls in place. So the controls in place, I think, are forcing mechanisms. Creatives say that creative controls make for a better outcome, a better result. I think that's also what Xero is. If you have the controls in place, it's going to be frustrating. It's going to be hard in the beginning, but the end result is going to be beautiful. And right now they offer free conversions from other accounting platforms.
Yes, that's the best thing too. Is like they make it easy to convert from QuickBooks Online or QuickBooks Desktop or Sage. You use Jet Convert; it's free and it works
free
great.
Jet Convert.
Go to Xero.com.
Go to Xero.com. check them out. Mention the Sons of CPAs. I don't think that's gonna matter, but that would be cool.
Just do it. You know what? When you're signing up, just say Sons of CPAs out loud, and something good will happen. It's like
it'll
a
be
genie.
magic. Yeah,
It's like
it'll be magic. We don't know what it's gonna be, but poof, like you'll be change of clothes, like change of scenery, whatever.
Everyone, go to Xero.com. Don't just take our word for it.
Go to Xero.com and
Go
throw
to
your hands in the air and yell
Xero.com.
Sons of CPAs with an S.
I love it.
Cheers.